God is good. Good afternoon. Special. Best baseball player. Shohei Ohtani. I got two separate and different jerseys for you today. One's a Nike Elite and one's a Nike Authentic. Let's get into the details. As you can see, the left side is the Authentic, and I have the Guggenheim and the Fernando 34 patch on it. It's also a World Series edition. And the right side is the Elite, which is also a World Series edition. I have not worn it, and it still has this original sticker on it right there. And the differences are there, and we're going to get into it right now. Let's first start with this neck tag. You can definitely tell a difference in the neck tags. I'm going to try to get them side by side as best as I can. Okay, after a little bit of editing, here you go. I have the Nike Elite on the bottom and the Authentic at the top. As you can see, there's a slight size difference in the Nike check, and the baseball guy seems to be the same, have the same lettering, except at the bottom underneath the sizing, one just says assembled in USA and the other one says a lot more. We go down and look at the Jock Tags, and they're exactly the same. Authentic collection is aspects of championship athletes. This one says the same thing. Sorry for the shadows. The coloring is the same. These jerseys are made out of different materials, and you can definitely see it when you put them side by side. Again, I apologize for the shadows. I'm going to do my best to angle this so you can tell. The Authentic, which is on the left, the blue Dodger jersey, it's stitched, knitted, a little bit different. I'm sorry for this shaky hand as well. It's done a little bit different than the Elite on the right, as you can see. The Elite is done differently than the Authentic. Zooming back out, we can see the letters and the numbers are different, and I'm going to get into the details. You can see there's a slight size difference between the Elite and the Authentic. If we go over to the Authentic first, it's a typical twill with the stitching on it. Zoom in to get the details of that for you. It's very thin, bendable, and nicely done, though, I will say that. Then we go over to the Elite. The Elite has perforations in it, and if we zoom in on that, it's even thinner. Very, very thin piece of twill with perforations. Red stitching. Smaller font than the Authentic on the left. Another difference is the actual shape of the jerseys. As you can tell, the Authentic on the left is a little wider, and it has a curve at the bottom, which I'm going to show the detail of it. And the one on the right is a little longer and thinner, more fitted than the Elite. Now that curve I was speaking of is right here. We have, it's like a double booty and it curves up to the buttons. Now this Nike Elite doesn't have that. As you can see, it's like a flat boxer brief type with no curves, straight lines. That's one difference. I noticed that the buttons do have a slightly different quality with the way they're sewn on. This is the Authentic. And if we go over to the Elite, come on, camera. It seems like the Elite has a little bit better quality with the stitching. Now let's go into the font. I want to show you this in particular. You see how it says Dodgers in the front? Now when we separate the two, it says Dodgers. Again, Dodgers. Now on the Elite, it's not like that. See, it's do with a little bit of the other D, and also that line at the bottom is a little slimmer, and then Jers. Again, going back over here, do Jers. Do with a little line, Jers, and slightly slimmer font on the right. Carrying on, World Series patch. It is the same on both. This isn't a patch actually, it's a very, very nicely done, I think it's plastic. With stitching, details. This one is exactly the same. And we have the sticker showing, I guess, the serial number and World Series authentication. Going to the top, you see the necklines are different. This has a band with a little bit of a piece of fabric sticking up at the top, and this one does not. It just has one piece. So zooming out, I'm not sure if I can get it accurately where you can see both the necklines at the same time, but I can do it this way. The differences in the necklines. Okay, we got the Nike check. It is also different from the authentic. Seems like it had a piece, something in the background with embroideries around. But this Nike check is a little different. And into some more details, I have the Guggenheim patch on this authentic with the Fernando 34 patch. Also, I'm gonna get those custom on this jersey if I decide to keep it. It is for sale, but I'm trying to return it because it didn't come with tags. And this is the stitching of the LA on the side. It's very thin material, same as the perforated number in the front, but without the perforations. Now, taking notice of the rear, you can definitely tell the difference now with the tapering of the right, it being slimmer, longer, as well as the left being wider, shorter. And if you can tell, the fonts are also different sizes. Ohtani on the left is a little bit longer, slimmer. Ohtani on the right has a little bit more symmetry to it, and it is curved more. And also the numbers are thinner on the Elite and also perforated. I'll get into the details for you. On the authentic, it has a similar 12-piece single stitch. And as I zoom in, you can also see the differences with the jersey material from the Elite and versus the authentic. But this is the Elite, and it has, as you can see, the perforations in it. Going all the way up, and it has a different jersey material as well. I'll go back over here so you can compare, contrast. See the jersey material on the authentic versus jersey material on the elite. In case you don't believe me, I'll get it even closer for you. This is the jersey material on the elite. This is the jersey material on the authentic. Sorry for the shaking hands. I'm just trying to get you guys the most accurate review I can possible. The blue jersey has a stripe on it. It is an alternate. It is different than their regular home and aways. They did not wear the blue jersey in the World Series. However, I like and prefer the blue jersey. They did wear the white, but I need to get the patches for the white. Now, here's a really interesting thing. I noticed that the baseball symbols are different from one to the other. Now, if we take a look at the baseball symbol on the elite and zoom in carefully, we can see it's a piece of, let's see here, it's like a rubberized material, single stitch. Red goes horizontal, blue goes diagonal left right. See the red and the blue? Now if we look at the blue jersey, the red goes diagonal, southwest, northeast, and it's opposite for the blue. And the baseball player has horizontal lines in him. Again, here, this baseball player has no horizontal lines in him. Versus here, where a baseball player has horizontal lines. One final thing I like to point out is stitching. Stitching on the authentic, if you zoom in, it has a zigzag to it. You see how the letters are zigzag with the Ohtani in the stitching. If we would get over to the elite, it's not like that. It's like a double layer. If you want to know how that translates, this is the rear. It zigzags on this side. It's a double layer. Versus, I'm not sure, more zigzags, maybe. Definitely it's like two types of stitching and one type of stitching over here. So maybe they're trying to save weight even with the stitching. And as you can see, the baseball player has a different setting. The authentic, it's all the way at the top on the neckline, and then the elite, it's not on the neckline. But this is the best baseball player out there, Mr. Shohei Ohtani. I really want to thank you guys for joining me in my jersey reviews. Again, these are the World Series editions for the LA Dodgers when they played the New York Yankees 2024. I have the Guggenheim patches on the authentic on the left, and I just got the elite on the right. It does not come with the patches, but I'm going to put the patches on it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you really like them, please like, subscribe, give me comments, let me know if you want me to do something different in my productions, and let me know also if you want me to review certain jerseys that you guys are into in particular. And I have a bunch of other jerseys I haven't reviewed. They're going to be coming soon. Sorry for my previous hiatus. I did get some bad news recently that I had to attend to, but thankfully everything's greater and better now. And I'm gonna keep these reviews coming out. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching my videos. And again, I don't care for the intention. I'm doing this because I know my fellow jersey lovers, we all want to know, what's up with the jerseys and the quality, because they're a lot of money and we want to know what we're getting before we spend all that money. But again, this has been fun. You guys, see ya.